get that music? What? Did you dig that like out of the 60s, Ben, or something? What the heck? And what was with that moaning? It was like some weird... Were you watching a porn movie while that was... Oh, man. Hi, folks. What the heck did he pick that music for? Yeah, I'm looking at you. I know you're still looking for a theme and you don't want copyright. Yeah. Hey, folks, welcome to the video. Oh, my God. I don't know where he gets this stuff. Folks, welcome back. I finally got around to doing this. It's the letter S of the Defending... Hey, everybody, welcome to Defending My Collection here on Channel Donstar. This is the series of videos... I got to do the spiel in case there's any new people out there. This is the series of videos where I go through my entire Blu-ray collection and show off what I got and tell little stories when they come around of what I feel about the movies or any things from my past that seem to pop into the old cranium. But yeah, this has been kind of a long time in coming. I kind of had to do a little break there. Although we are getting close to the end. I mean, we got a lot of S's and then quite a few T's, and then it's like right down, you know. So I'm going to kind of miss doing these. Anyway, I believe that I got this separated as I think we're going to do 2 parts because I got a lot of S's, and being that I'm doing it in 2 parts and I only have like you know, like 2 little stacks here, maybe it'll be under 2 hours. Anyway, anybody new that just dropped in, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the like up or like down. The likes don't bother me one way or another. They don't mean anything. They're there for a decoration. You know what the likes are? The likes are like on Facebook when it had poke, and you could poke someone, and then the person sees, oh, they poked, and then you could poke them back. What the F was that all about? It was like, what poke? So the thumbs up, that's cool. If you got people go, hey, thumbs up, I like your video. Thumbs down, screw you. But either way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. I could actually go in there and turn it off where nobody can do thumbs up and thumbs down and do it that way. But I don't care either way. It's decoration on the YouTube page. So anyway, we're doing the S's. Might as well just get right into it, right? Yeah, if you're new, I hope you like them. I hope you like the video. Go back and watch my other ones. Start at the letter A and take the long journey, as is the Roger D. Long Channel Donstar collection. All right, we got the old Brew-hoo, and our first movie of the day. I've been a fan of this guy. I think the first time we kind of saw him was in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I think he was in that movie. The Guy Ritchie flick. And then since then he's gone on as a solo career and made some great movies, the Transporter films, the Crank films, and every once in a while he does a single off, you know, movie. And I guess maybe trying to start a franchise, but this was just a single movie. It was called Safe. Jason Statham is who I'm talking about. I like him. He's an entertaining actor. Fun to watch him in flicks. Don't have much to say about this. It's your average, you know, your average actioner. But it was, I got the UV code here, and expires after 2013. So anyway, it's got a nice picture disc. At least they got art on here. But yeah, it's an actioner. It's one of those, you know, like Taken, although Taken off, didn't it? And made 2 or 3 other sequels, but I only like the first one. But Safe is okay. Jason Statham, you can't go wrong with Jason Statham. He's an entertaining actor, action star. This is an old release. Wow, this might have been one of my first Blu-rays that I purchased. I can just kind of tell by the look of the artwork on here, the borders and everything. But again, another cool actor that I really like is Matthew McConaughey. He started off doing these type of movies, these little romantic comedies, and then this adventure one, Sahara. And then he's gone off and done some really great dramatic roles, you know, in Interstellar and a true detective. And well, the list goes on now. I mean, he's really good. He needs some more Oscars. What was that? Dallas Buyers Club. Great performance in there. Sahara. This was cool. This is based on a novel of one of a group of novels. I can't think of the writer's name, but this character is. Oh, they don't even say his name. I was going to say Dirk Diggler, but that's from Boogie Nights. I can't think of the character name. But anyway, this was fun. It's got Stephen Zahn in it. And who's the girl? Penelope Cruz. You know, with her pretty lips. She's nice to look at. But I enjoyed this. This was fun. This has you know, the ups and downs of the humor and the action, and I enjoyed it. It was a fun little flick. Not much in there. But nowadays, if it came out, I bet it would be cheapo eco. But this is a hard, strict case. But see the border? I think that was like on some of the very early Blu-rays. Fun movie, Sahara. I need to watch it again because I had a good time watching it. This one too. I didn't think when I heard about this movie coming out at the theaters. I'm not a big Angelina Jolie fan. Yeah, she's nice eye candy, but yeah, acting wise, yeah, she's adequate. But yeah, this came out and it got thumbs ups and thumbs downs, and then when it came out on Blu-ray, I got it for a good price, and I took a chance. It's the movie Salt, which is really, really a cool little movie. It's like one of those movies like Eagle Eye, or what's the one where they shoot the gun and the bullet goes around corners, you know, stuff like that. Just action, again, you know, like the others. This one contains the theatrical and 2 unrated extended cuts. 2. So you get 3 versions of the movie here? Yeah, 3 versions of the film. Wow. I think I only watched the first version, which might have been one of the extended cut. Another with disc art. But yeah, I like Salt. Salt's a good movie. I'd say, yeah, if you're looking for something, if you could find this in the bin for $5.99 or whatever they go for real cheap, you know, $2-3, pick it up. It's not a bad flick. It's a cool little, you know, spy thriller, action flicky. Oh, they were up here already? Went from L to N real quick. Yeah. Years and years and years ago, I had heard of a movie, a foreign film, about Santa Claus battling the devil. And it's like, what? Santa Claus and a devil? And I'd only seen stills. And sure enough, there was a guy that was in like a red tights and horns and a little beard, and he's going, and there's a big old jolly Santa Claus. And I had later seen it, and it was a K. Gordon Murray, who was a producer who would find these foreign children's films and bring them to the U.S. and re-edit them and redub them and put them out there. And he did this movie, or brought this movie to our states. It's called Santa Claus. Santa Claus, that's all it's called. And this has the original, like, his version that was cut and dubbed, but it also has the original, I believe it actually has the original Spanish version. Yeah, this was originally a Spanish film. But this is the best representation of Santa Claus that I feel I felt on film. Although he's a little odd. The dubbing is like, I mean, this was, you got to see it to believe it. This movie, you got to see it to believe it. And yeah, there's a devil in it, and the devil comes and he like whispers into a little girl's ear to go, you want that doll? Go steal that doll. You know, be naughty. And then Santa Claus has to, you know, with his telescope looking down on everybody. There's an extended scene at the very beginning before he even takes off in his sleigh, where they have these little children, like almost pre-age children from different groups, like Spanish and Indian and Chinese or Asians, And they all are singing this, "We are happy for you, Santa. Go out there and have a good time and bring joy," in their own natural language. And I swear that feels like it goes on for a half hour. And you're just seeing, oh, now they've got these people going to sing. Now we got these kids are going to sing. And Santa's there going, yeah, it is. This is one of those B movies that you need to see to believe. And it's called Santa Claus. Here's the back. I love the actor, and I love the look of that Santa. He's just big and jolly. And talk about, this is a strong case. Wow, this isn't like your usual Blu-ray case. This is like super sturdy. Wow, check it out. If you're looking for something a little twisted, a little wild, to have a little drinky with, or something else to partake in, watch this Christmas coming up. It's out there, man. It's out there. Yeah. And the devil, for those old timers out there, you know who Jamie Farr is? He was the guy in MASH, the television show MASH, who was always wearing a dress trying to get thrown out of the military. The devil looks like Jamie Farr. He has the big nose, and no offense to Jamie Farr and his big nose. This was a fun flick. This is a every year Christmas movie. I had wanted this on Blu. It has not come out on Blu in the States. I had to actually get this, I believe, from Germany. Yeah, Deutsch. Is it just Deutsch or Deutsches when you say the German language? This was a goofy comedy horror film called Santa's Sleigh, and I bought the Blu-ray import from Germany, and out there they call it Very Bad Santa. As opposed to Bad Santa, this was Very Bad Santa because he goes around killing people. This is funny. It's great. It's got a lot of cameos from a lot of actors in here, and Bill Goldberg. Is it Bill Goldberg? Yeah, Bill Goldberg, the wrestler, actually has a. Is this English? No, it's got a reversible cover with the back, but it's exactly the same. There's like not like an English one and then a German one. They're all German. But anyway, if you haven't seen Santa's Sleigh, S-L-A-Y, check it out again. You can watch this around Halloween actually as an appetizer to Christmas. But this is a Christmas movie. Watch Bad Santa. Watch this. Watch what's the one? Christmas Evil. Watch that every year. Black Christmas. Certain horror movies I like to watch around Christmas, as with the other ones like Scrooge and Scrooged and Christmas Vacation, stuff like this. But this is great. This is hilarious. It really is. And I love the music score in there. What they basically do is they take all these, these familiar Christmas tunes, but they really orchestrate it up and make it sound evil. While he's killing people. It's great. It's a lot of fun. Okay. I don't know which one of these I got first. I believe I got this one first because it was an import. It wasn't out yet, and this was one of my favorite movies by this director. I believe this is my favorite of his movies. It is. The one I watch the most, the one I get more enjoyment out of. Alejandro Jodorowsky. I think I'm saying that right. Santa Sangre, Holy Blood. First belch of the day. Yeah, I bought this as an import. I'm not sure where. Although it looks like it could be from the UK. It's got the 18 circle. Again, I get so many imports of these movies that I don't remember where I get them. I've had this for maybe 5-6 years, And then the US brought out their own version, and both actually have a lot of extras, but they both have different extras, which is great. You kind of have to have both of them. This is pretty basic for the import. This one, I was lucky enough to get the slip cover. And this is pretty basic too. Here's the back of the US one, just to see. I'm not going to hold it there for you guys to read everything. Here's the back of the other one, the import. But this movie, man, again, it was one of those underground movies that I had heard about. When I did some research, I found out that this is the guy that did El Topo and Holy Mountain, and he's got a new one out now that I can't remember. Not Jodorowsky's Dune. That was a documentary on him, a fascinating documentary. He was going to actually do the movie Dune, the adaptation, before David Lynch did it. But this movie, this is a truly haunting a story of a young circus performer, a young boy who's brought up in the circus, in a traveling circus in Europe, who eventually his parents are murdered, and later he's like put in an asylum, but he escapes, and he teams up. He actually gets together with his mom, who has no arms because her arms were cut off by his father back in the early days, and they perform together where he stands behind the mom, and the mom's there, and he's using his arms as her arms. And then it goes into scenes like where she'd be sitting at a piano and he's behind her playing the piano, and it looks like she's actually playing the piano. Really haunting, kind of like a I Love My Mom Too Much psycho type thing, and the whole circus thing. He's haunted and seen these clown characters that aren't evil or anything, but it's just they're great clowns. They're like his friends, but they're just creepy because they're around. The music score in here is brilliant. It's too long of a movie to go into. There are some really graphic murder scenes in here, one in particular involving a tattooed lady that seems like it came out of an Argento film. The use of the colors, like a Bava color palette, and the insane music playing while the murder's going on, and the blood. But there's so much in here that is just. There are some things that are beautiful to look at, and there are some things that are horrible. And again, the music score is very sad. There's a cool point, like I said, when he's basically being his mom's arms for performance reasons, where he starts becoming infatuated with the Invisible Man because he's like not being seen. He's behind the scenes, even though his arms are being used. And he starts wrapping himself up like he's the Invisible Man. It's a great, great movie. Probably the most narrative, understandable movie of Jodorowsky's. I've only seen Holy Mountain and El Topo. Oh, and I saw the other one. What was the black and white one? Where they're like in the junk heap. I don't know. But I those were okay. But this is the one that I really, really like. Santa Sangre. Santa Sangre. See it. It's a great movie. This is a badass flick. This is really cool. I believe this is Oliver Stone, is it not? Yes. I won't say much about this. Most of you probably have seen it. This is Savages. Benicio del Toro and Travolta and Selma Hayek. I could just read off this. Taylor Kitsch. Taylor Kitsch. Quiche Lorraine. Love that talking B-52 song. Comes with the slipcover, and it comes with a Jaws and E.T. promo. And what's in here? Oh, that's a DVD, digital copy. Badoo, 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 badoo. I'm sure this is expired. Womp womp. Why don't they put the expiration dates on these? Well, like I said, you can get this movie now for like $5 in a bargain bin. I've seen it there. But it's a cool movie. It's a really cool drama, action. Just see it. It's a cool flick. Well, here we go. This is a classic. This is, wow. Why is there a sticker on there with a price? I didn't pay that. I didn't pay full price. I bought this like maybe 2 years after it came out. I don't know. It says $29.99. I didn't pay $29.99 at Best Buy. So I don't know where I got this. Let's say this is one of the eBay ones. This is kind of new. No, it's, well, Sapphire series. Whenever the Sapphire series. Anyway, Spielberg, Saving Private Ryan. Yeah, everybody knows this movie. Not much to say about it. The opening war scenes are what they are, and it moved a lot of veterans when this came out. The whole movie is it's just great. It is one of Spielberg's greatest films, and Hanks does a fantastic job. So many people in here, Sizemore and gosh, everybody. Damon, Matt Damon. I got the slipcover, and it's a 2-disc. Yeah, I don't have much to say about Saving Private Ryan. I usually put it in around Veterans Day. You know, not every year. But, yeah, not much to say. There's some really great scenes. Great, you know, the sticky bombs on the tanks is cool. And the scene with the fight with the Nazi upstairs with the knife. And, wow, some great stuff in this. Great stuff. You've all seen Saving Private Ryan. If you haven't, why haven't you seen it? See it. This series of movies came into our lives, and either you loved them or you hated them. A lot of people hated them. A lot of people a lot of critics just bashed this series for what it is, and it's true. It's the old torture porn thing. But I enjoyed the first movie. I thought the first movie was very competent, a great story with a great twist throughout. Twists, I'll say, throughout. And just nicely compacted in this situation is Saw. We're talking Saw. Did you see Saw? I saw Saw. What'd you think of Saw? Well, when I seen Saw, I saw it, and I thought it was good. Cops are coming. Yeah, great. And that ending, when the first time I saw that ending, I didn't expect it happening. And when that moment happens and that music kicked in, it was great. And then the door slam was, to me, like Chainsaw, you know, when Leatherface closes that metal door at the when he gets that one guy with the hammer. But this is the Saw. I believe this might be the first version. I love how the disc art looks like a saw, like a buzzsaw. Nothing else on here. Some picture art on the inside. But, yeah, I kind of watched the first 3, and then I gave up on the series. I really didn't see any of the other sequels until the final one came out, which was in 3D, and I have it in my collection. And I watched it because it was in 3D. The 3D is great on it. They really did the torture scenes and things. There's some really great depth and things in there. Nothing jumping out. But it piqued my interest to kind of see the others. And then they came out real cheap. The whole Saw collection, with all 7 movies unrated. This doesn't have any extras. This is just the movies. But comes on a few discs, and I've yet to go through them all. I did rewatch the first 3, and I stopped at the 3rd one again, and I haven't gone back. So maybe this Halloween I might continue on with 4 and 5. There's 7 of them. Wow. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the series, although I respect it for the horror series it is. I like it a hell of a lot better than the Paranormal Activity series that was coming out every Halloween. This used to be an every Halloween thing. They would bring these out at the theater. Make a movie a year for 7 years. But yeah, I really enjoyed the first one. I got the other ones just to be a completist in my set, in my collection, and it was real cheap. That was maybe 20, maybe under 20 for all 7 films. I'm thinking it was more like in the teens, like $14 or something. But you couldn't pass that up for 7 movies, you know. This came out really recent from Scream Factory. This was a favorite of mine. I had this. I never had this on DVD. I had the Laserdisc, and the Laserdisc was unrated. And I heard the DVD wasn't, I think. Another belch. But I'm glad they finally brought this out, loaded with extras, which is great. I always liked this movie, Scarecrows, about a group of pseudo mercenaries that robbed, that are on the run. They have money and they try to escape in a plane. The plane crashes in this little field. I can't remember, was it on an island somewhere, or was it just they were in some weird place they didn't know where they were? And the scarecrows started, you know, attacking and stuffing their bodies with the money. And were they really there? Is it all in their minds? But I thought this was really creepy. The design of the scarecrows, you know, some of the shots where it's just like looking at you like that is pretty damn creepy. And yeah, it comes loaded with, as Scream Factory, Shout Factory discs are, they come loaded with extras. Really like this. I'll probably watch this Halloween one of these days, because it's been a while since I've seen it. Actually, I haven't watched it since I bought it. It just came out a few months ago, maybe 2-3 months ago, and I haven't watched it yet. So I'll be looking forward to seeing that and digging into the extras. This is a must-have, you know, in any collection, and it was part of the Universal 100th anniversary thing. We're talking Scarface. I don't have no big tin. I don't have no big fancy edition. This is the edition I have, and I'm happy with it. I watched it when I got it. Opens up kind of nice like that. This is the slip cover on it. Say hello to my little friend. Yeah, comes with that and 2 discs. I believe one's a DVD, one's a Blu-ray. Yep, Scarface, what can you say? You know the movie, you guys have seen it. It's just great. It's a great movie. It's great. Giorgio Moroder song, score. It doesn't say anywhere on here, but I believe it's Giorgio Moroder. Very 80s like score. This was a cool ass movie. This is one of those that you always put in the, you got to put in the, maybe the opening, not the opening, but the chainsaw scene. You got to kind of watch that, and then the scene with Robert Loggia, that's really good. And then the final, you end up watching the final. It's so great. Yeah, Scarface, man. My little friend. Whoa, knocking him over. Almost done with the first tower. Okay, yeah, these definitely going to be watching these this year, this month. I'm gonna, because it's been a while since I've seen this. Here's another series that went on and got worse as they went on, but I really thought the first one was great. It is this not directed by, but I don't even think it was written by. I thought maybe the Zucker brothers or somebody had something to do with this, but no. No, this is the Wayans, Marlon and Sean Wayans. Yeah, and it's directed by Keenan Ivory Rains. We're talking scary movie. This is a fun movie. I really thought Anna Faris. Is this Anna Faris? I don't even know the actors or actresses. I laughed my ass off at this. It came out at the perfect time, right when the Scream movies were really hitting it off, and they parodied so many great stuff, and almost all the jokes really work in here. It's a damn funny ass movie, man. The first one is really, really funny. There we go. Picture disc. And then, like I said, they continued on, and they weren't that good. Although, I did pick up the third one. And mainly probably because Leslie Nielsen's in it. And they did a whole Signs parody with the aliens. And I really liked Shyamalan's Signs. What's his name? M. Night Shyamalan. Shyamalan? M. Night Am I saying that right? I'm Shyamalama Ding Dong. I like his Signs movie. So to see a parody of it was great. And then the peeing out of the finger. And just having Leslie Nielsen in here and Charlie Sheen doing the Mel Gibson role in that. I laughed a lot through this. So I got the 1 and I got 3, and I don't have any of the others. But those movies are funny. To me. You don't like them? Well, watch whatever else you like. But I really enjoy those, the first and the second. I must have hit that. Scary movies. Well, I brought it up with that. The first one basically parodied Scream. and you got to get the Scream for Wes Craven. We lost him this year, and got this version, and then they came out with the Scream collection, which has the first 3 movies and 2 discs that are documentaries, it looks like. Still Screaming, the Ultimate Scary Movie Retrospective, and Scream, the Inside Story, 90-minute documentary. Yeah. And there we go. Got that. Got quite a few. Both docs are on there. So you got 1, 2, 3. They're all on their separate disc, which is good. They're not crammed on one disc. It comes in a little fatter case. But yeah, I've never seen Scream 4. I got Scream 4 in my save for later on Amazon. When it comes down, to $5 or something, I'll pick it up just to have all of them then. Boy, the first one was pretty damn groundbreaking. And you horror fans, these movies. I don't have to go into them. Maybe when I'm done with the collection and I'm looking to do, smaller videos, I'll do a whole retrospective on the Scream series. Because I can probably talk about each movie and really get into them, what I think are good and bad about them. Really like the first one. Really like the plot twist, the ending, which we won't go into. You guys know all about it. Scream 2. Is that where she was doing the thing on the stage with Roseanne's from the show Roseanne? Geez, what is her name? Laurie Metcalf. Yeah, it is the second one. Third one was when they're in Hollywood or they're in the house and they're going to do the movie of the Scream thing. Yeah. And the Stab, that's right. And like I said, I never seen the fourth one. I don't know if it's good or bad. I think I heard bad reviews, but I'm going to get it nonetheless just to have it. And I haven't watched the television show. I really have no desire to see the show. And from what I'm hearing, it's not doing too well. I don't know. Maybe it is. But I'm not really interested in seeing it. Wow, this has a lenticular cover. I don't know when I picked this up and it has the cover like that. That's great. Bonus. This is a Christmas favorite. This is every year. Bill Murray, Scrooged. And like I said, it's got the slip cover that's lenticular. Looks kind of three-dimensional where you can stick your finger and grab that cigar. Yeah. Scrooged. Cheapo Eco, our first Cheapo Eco of the day. Yeah, from the music, the Danny Elfman score, to Bill Murray, to all the goofy ghost characters in there. It's a fun movie, and there are some truly great moments in here. It's just like this. He's this brash character, and then the ghosts are showing him his past. And there's that scene where he's with the cab driver. What's his name? Babadoo Boo Boo. Bobcat? No, it wasn't Bobcat. It was Robert Mitchum, Michael Pollard. They don't list. I can't think of who. Is it Feeling Hot? Dexter Poindexter? No. Is it? No. Anyway, the guy who plays the cab driver and Bill Murray's character, and they're on the fire escape looking in the window, and he's just kind of like warming up, and he's smiling, seeing his past, and the cab driver just kind of looks over at him, and it just like heart tugging, there's some really nice moments like that, and the ending is great when he starts breaking the fourth wall and talking to everybody. Christmas favorite. This is Edgar Wright. Yeah. He's got 2 in the S's, I believe. Oh, excuse the yawn that just came on. Man, I've been tired lately. Last night I was tired. Today I'm kind of tired. Right in the middle of this now, I'm just like, they just like somebody put the brakes on. Now I'm just like, I just want to go sit down and watch a movie. But we got to trudge on. Scott Pilgrim, one of the ultimate comic game movies that is like very video game-ish. Really like this movie. Not as much as Shaun of the Dead, not as much as Hot Fuzz, but I do like this in there. Yeah, probably before World's End. Yeah, this is fun. You know, the 7Xs, and this should be in 3D. If they were going to convert one, do this because of all the, you know, the money coming down and all the special effects flying through the air and stuff. This would look really cool, and just the way it's shot with the you know, she's drumming and you got the boom boom, you know, the words on the screen type of thing. I think that would really be effective in 3D if they ever converted this. But yeah, I got it with the slipcover. And what's inside? What's inside? Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. No, their digital copy is expired, but it comes with 2 discs, and it's got some really great, though kind of clip arty like artwork on the discs. Like the movie, Scott Pilgrim saves the world, right? Versus the world. Yeah, fun movie. Get it if you haven't. Talking about fun and going right into heavy drama. Seven, man. This is another. This is one of those movies that's a must-have. What's in the box? That I didn't take the thing off. It's still on there with the sticky boogers. I probably should take it off. Well, let's do it right now, live on video. Live on recorded video, I'm taking off the backing to this digibook, and it's off. There's the back art, nice and smooth, didn't leave any residue. You know, as with most, oh, this is like never opened, it's crackly. Comes with some great stuff in there. There's the disc. Yeah, this movie, I'll put that away in the bin with all the other back slip things. 7, man. Not much to say. It was just a great idea for like a cop drama horror film. Yeah, I would consider this a horror film. But a cop, you know, procedural, trying to find out who's murdering these people in these unusual ways. Kind of a very modern day Dr. Phibes, if you will. And instead of using the curses of the Pharaoh, he's using the 7 deadly sins, gluttony and all that other fun stuff. But yeah, must have in the collection. 7, great digibook. It's beautiful. Well. This one, probably none of you out there viewing this never seen this movie. You might have heard about it because I think I brought it up. Was it in a? It must have been in a. I don't know if it was a contest video or something, like a tag video or something. I brought this movie up. I don't remember, but I had heard about this and I saw the trailer, and the trailer intrigued me, and it was a foreign film. Look at the audio. French. So it's a French film. Bruno Hamel is a 38-year-old surgeon who lives in Drummondville with his wife Sylvie and their 8-year-old daughter Jasmine. Like many happy people, Bruno leads an uneventful life until a beautiful fall afternoon when his daughter is raped and murdered. From then on, the world of the Hamel family collapses. When the alleged murderer is arrested, a terrible plan forms in Bruno's darkened mind. He plans to capture the monster and make him pay for his crime. In 7 days. 7 Days is one of those movies that if you have a child or you hear those stories of some molester out there or one of those that rapes and murders children, and you're a family member, what they must be going through, I'm sure the thought that always passes, if I had just an hour with the guy in a room, just give me that, to do what I want to do with that guy for payback. Well, this guy gets the guy and keeps him for 7 days locked up in this cellar, and every day proceeds to make that guy's life a living hell. But there is this aura of, is this really the right guy? Or is this someone that was arrested mistakenly and he's not guilty? Doesn't matter, because what happens happens, and it's truly horrifying. It's one of those movies that I really like. One being a foreign film where you see things that you probably would never see in America in a U.S. film. The extremes that the filmmaking, the narrative goes to in a lot of foreign films and Korean films, the violence and the subject matter. It's great. I love those type of movies. And plus, it's one of those dark movies that's uncomfortable to watch. You know, like Serbian Film and Cannibal Holocaust and Requiem for a Dream. This fits right in there with that. If you're bold enough to give it a chance, it's a really good movie. I mean, apart from it being extremely hard to watch. Oh, The Girl Next Door. That's another one of those. Those are all like great movies, visually and directing, but the subject matter is very disturbing. But that's the type of horror I like, because it's real life horror. If there's a subgenre of horror that I like, it's the home invasion, it's the revenge film, it's the psycho family, you know, living in suburbia that nobody knows about. Those are the type of films, because those things happen. There are people like that living in suburbia doing despicable things, and there are those people that live a perfectly normal life, and every so often they go out there and they murder someone, you know. That's real. That's reality. And that's kind of why I like the subgenre, because it is probably the most realistic of horror films. But I like all others. But 7 Days, if you get a chance, put it on the queue, look it up. I don't know if it's on Netflix, probably not. But search it out if you want an interesting view. I've talked too much about it. 7 Days. There's the back. Okay. Whew. Great movie. Great. Well, not great. People will probably watch it and go, I hate you for letting me watch that. Yeah. Art is subjective. You know, one man's art is another man's garbage. And I like all forms of art. And everybody has the right to judge for themselves what they like and what they don't like, you know. So that's what's great about life and decisions and freedom to choose what you want and what you like. Had this on VHS, and then I downloaded a version. I guess it was a rip of VHS, because it never came out on DVD, never came out on Blu-ray, until Twilight Time decided, no, wait a minute, I take that back, it's not Twilight Time, it's Code Red. I've heard people talk about Code Red, that company, and I've never ordered or I've never gotten a movie from them, and this is my first one. But I really enjoyed this film. Talking about Shakma, about the baboon that's loose in the lab and murdering people, ripping people apart, literally. My buddy and I used to watch this on VHS back in the 90s, and I believe that was a 90s movie. 89, yeah, so it was throughout the 90s we would watch this, and we would just go, how did they let this baboon, this real animal, do what he was doing? Like running and jumping and pounding his head on the door, trying to get in, trying to break the door down with its head. And just the animalistic of it. And it's cool because you got the special features and the commentary and stuff on here. And the guy says that's natural. It was like the trainer of the trainer of the baboon was like on the other side of the door, and they would tease it, and then he would close the door, and the baboon would be trying to get in, and they'd film that. And it was just like taken in context with the movie, where you're a character trying to hide from this thing, and it's outside the door banging on you, trying to get in. It really gives it that unsettling feeling, which is really cool about this movie. Roddy McDowall plays a very small part in here, and a bunch of other characters. I don't think there's anybody of name in here. Christopher Atkins from Blue Lagoon, Ari Myers from Kate and Alley, Amanda Weiss from Nightmare on Elm Street, and Roddy McDowall. Yeah, there's the front. There's the back. If you get a chance to pick this up, I'd say go ahead and do it. It's a decent horror flick. It really is. You know, it's not Reanimator. You know, it's not that. It's one of those little, you know, smaller horror films that stand alone on its own and stands alone on its own. And but give it a chance. Give it a chance. Someday will they bring Willard out and Ben, the originals. Ugh. Come on, Code Red or anybody. My Criterion movie of the S's. This was great. This movie, after seeing Trainspotting, I decided to say, hey, let's see what else Danny Boyle's done. And his first main movie was Shallow Grave with Christopher Eccleston and Ewan McGregor. Who's the girl? Carrie Fox. Wait, Carrie Fox? Yeah, Carrie Fox. Ewan McGregor and Christopher Eccleston are three flatmates, and they're looking for another one to come in. And they get somebody, and without spoiling too much, they find him dead in his room, apparently from a suicide. And they find a suitcase full of money this guy had. And the rest of the movie is them deciding what should they do with this money and his body in their flat. That's all I'll say about it. It's a really great little movie. A little funny in parts, dark humor, black humor, but just a great story all along. All alone. This is Spine 616 for those interested. There's the disc art. And we get the booklet in here, which is purposely upside down. Oh, it's not a booklet. It's a fold out. Wow, look at that. Guy in the bathtub, blood. Yeah. It's a cool movie. It's a cool movie. Definitely check it out if you haven't. Pick up the Criterion if it's still out there, if it's not out of print. Beautiful transfer on here. Lots of extras. Oh yeah, lots of special features on here. All right there are the special features. So yeah, Shallow Grave. That's all we'll talk about that. How are we doing on time? 50 minutes. Hey, it's going to be under 2 hours. Okay, this is a fun movie. Well, as you guys know, I'm a Jackie Chan fan. Jackie Chan fan. I love his early stuff. All his early throughout the 80s and the 90s. I've gone on a tirade before about how I wish they would come out. They just released First Strike Tuesday, and it's the English dub, and there's no original dub, and most of the time they're cut. That's cut, of course. It's not the full extended cut. So most of them I got on DVDs in the back that I've imported, the original versions. And, you know, they brought Jackie to America to try to make him, you know, the action star here in America. And he's done quite a few movies. And I was a fan of this. I like Owen Wilson, and I thought this was a cool non-trilogy. Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights. 2 movies on one disc in a not-so-cheapo eco case. But they're fun. They're fun. I had them on laser. I used to watch them. They were great beer and pizza movies, both of them. I thought they got together better than the Rush Hour movies. And Rush Hour had 3 movies. This only had 2. Are they ever going to do a, Shanghai Noon, Shanghai Nights, Noon, Nights, Shanghai Mornings? Shanghai Dawn. Shanghai Dawn. Come on. Owen Wilson, Jackie, get together. Anyway, they're fun movies. They're nothing special, you know, but they're fun. They're in the collection. This I had to import. I really don't know if this ever came out in the U.S., but I was a big fan of this movie. I had this thing on an import DVD, and I played it so many times. I don't even know where I heard about this movie. Shaolin Soccer with Stephen Chow. Stephen Chow you probably know from, oh, what was that one that he, where he's in the town and the murderers are there and the gangs, oh gosh, what the hell was the name of that movie? You know what I'm talking about. But Stephen Chow, man, he did this one beforehand. This is a UK import, and this actually has the complete extended version, because in its original language, uncut, thank you, but I believe it also has the English dub. Yeah, it does have the English dub version is 87 minutes. The original Cantonese version is 112 minutes. See, it's good to get the import for the original extended version, the original, in the original language, with the subtitles that you love reading. Yeah, this is just a fun movie. Again, I can't think of the name of that other movie, which I have in my collection. But it's very much like that. It's very tongue-in-cheek. It's very fun. It's the underdog story. Will they win the game, the soccer game, or the football game? But it's done with very live-action Warner Brothers type cartoons, like someone running in place and you see the feet going bzzz, causing smoke, and then choo, you know, like that. Special effect type stuff, and it's fun. It's good for kids. It's good. It's a good family film. But I love the music in it. I just love the look, the style of it. I love the story. I laugh a lot through this thing. Yeah, if you get a chance, look for Shaolin Soccer and try to get it in its original language, the original 112-minute cut. Oh, I'm going to get flack for this. And I didn't pick up the third one yet, which came out Tuesday. Let me take a drink before we talk about this. Sharknado, yeah, on Blu-ray. No, I don't have the German release, which is in 3D, which I hear is horrible. It's like a terrible conversion that Germany is doing. Comes with the DVD and the Blu-ray. Folks, this movie knew what it was doing, was purposely bad, was purposely ridiculous, and I caught on to that probably within the first 10 minutes of this movie. And of course, Sharknado 2, because they got such a great response from this, they went off and did 2 and 3, which I have yet to pick up, which I will pick up. And they go way extreme on this one. And then in the third one, you have sharks in outer space. You know, there are those movies that sci-fi does, like Crocagator meets tarantula monkey or something like that. You know, the anaconda meets whatever. There's only one movie that I have, and it's the next one. I might as well show it. Sharktopus. That they did that, and I actually kind of liked it, mainly because Eric Roberts is horribly bad in this movie. I hear he was totally drunk every time they shot his scenes, but you know, you got a Roger Corman thing, you know, going on with this movie, and I know he's done some other ones, but Sharktopus, what is it with sharks? Sharktopus is just a fun time with really horrible effects. This is like one of those movies that you saw on the drive-in back in the 60s, you know, or early 70s. They tried to do something good, and it just looks ridiculous. Okay? Sharknado, they knew they purposely wanted to do bad effects in the thing. They purposely wanted it to be really badly edited. Everything about it is bad, but tongue-in-cheek. They knew what they were doing, which is why I appreciate this movie. Sharknado 2 got a slipcover. Whee! And again, loaded with a bunch more cameos. which is the staple for these movies. Every year they come out now. There's another one coming, a fourth one. And they're just littered with cameos of television celebrities and movie celebrities. And I love them. I love these movies. There's something about them. They're you know, I'm a fan of B movies, bad movies, you know, giant colossal beast or 50-foot woman type things. But these are like the modern day really bad movies. But again, I'm stressing, just like with Z Nation, they know what they're doing. To be, well, Z Nation is a whole other thing. That's actually getting really good. You know, not as good as Walking Dead, but there's no reason there can't be more zombies. You got iZombie on the WB, you know, and you got The Walking Dead, which is the grandfather show. And then why can't you have Z Nation, which is, to me, a more realistic characters, like what I would say, what my friends would say in a situation. You know, I love the smell of zombies in the morning, you know, just quips like that make it feel more natural, and you get to really appreciate and love these characters more in that. Walking Dead is its own thing. It's its own soap opera, dramatic drama, slow and boring up there, you know, but that's fine. You guys love it, that's fine. I prefer Z Nation a lot more. Why are we talking about this when we're talking bad stuff? I prefer Z Nation because I get more out of it. There's every single episode they've created a different kind of zombie, either due to radiation or plant DNA mixture or something else, but they're always showcasing a different looking type of zombie in that show. And you got this group of characters who do die throughout the thing. Who thought one of the main characters was going to die halfway through the first season, and the second season the character dies? It's like you don't expect that, and they do that in Walking Dead too, but it's done a little more here because you really kind of get it more attached to well, us Z Nation fans, you get kind of attached to those characters, and it's like, wow, now that I didn't see that coming. With a show like that, you don't expect them to kill off their main leads. But anyway, put that aside. Talking Sharknado, I will be picking up the third one, and when the fourth one comes out, Sharktopus, just a fun time, beer and pizza movie. You know, what can I say? I like them. You like, I like, you like. Your side, my side, your side. To each his own. No reason to fight. Wow. First time I saw this movie, I heard about it. And VCDs, to those out there that know what a VCD is, back before there were DVD-Rs. Well, they were CDRs. VCDs would be on a CDR, and you would download this file, and you would burn it on a CDR, and then you would put it in your DVD player, and you would watch the movie. First time I saw this movie, I downloaded it as one of those files, and then I burned it to a disc, and I watched it, and I gave it out to a lot of my friends because it was great, and it was released in England before it was released here in the U.S., which is why I did that. And then when it came out, of course, I had it on DVD, and then I bought it on Blu-ray. We're talking Edgar Wright's Shaun of the Dead. This thing is just classic. This is the ultimate. Thank you to Dawn of the Dead. I mean, they even use the opening, the first music you hear in there is from the Goblin score from Dawn of the Dead. And this is just a great movie that is fun for everyone. Even people who don't like zombie movies, you get wrapped up in the storyline of the characters. And as their story is moving along, thus the zombie stuff starts happening, and that adds in there, and hilarity ensues. It's just great. Edgar Wright, Nick Frost, and why can't I think of Simon Pegg? You know, fresh off of Spaced, which is right there, the box set of the season 1, season 2. Pick up Spaced. That show is hilarious. Done also by the same people. If you like Shaun of the Dead, if you like Hot Fuzz, if you like At the World's End, pick up the Spaced box set. It's only on DVD right now. It's hilarious. There's, I believe, 6 episodes per season, so you got a total of 12 episodes, if I'm not mistaken, and they're just as funny as this. A lot of the people from Spaced are actually in this movie, the bartender and the barmaid and the neighbors and stuff like that. I'm not going to say much about Shaun of the Dead. We all know it. We all like it. Here's another one I might do a spotlight on this year, way down the line when I'm done with my collection things. But this is just a great, great flick. I'm not going to say much about it. Shawshank. Yeah, this is one of those must-haves in your collection, just like with Green Mile and Stand By Me, those Stephen King adaptations that really work, really, really work, and draw tears. Yeah, all three of these I could say will bring tears to your eyes, both sad and joyous. But this is just such a great movie, possibly one of the best, I would say one of the best movies ever made. Just should be at least in the top 20 greatest films of all time, Shawshank Redemption. And I'm sure most people have picked this up. This is the cheapo eco version. Most of you have it. You could probably get this in a bargain bin now. Comes with quite a few features, not a whole lot. There's the back. And Shawshank in my collection. Wow. I can't believe the time. But I'm splitting, which is great. Big Doctor Who fan, was so happy in 2005 when Richard Davies brought it back and pumped new life into the old Doctor. And no, his name isn't Doctor Who. His name is the Doctor. And the name of the show is Doctor Who. I kind of cringe. Everybody says, well, he was Doctor Who in this one, and he was Doctor Who here. And didn't Doctor Who do this? No, didn't the Doctor do this? He was the Doctor in this show. Get it right, people. But and then, of course, Richard stepped down, and Stephen Moffat took over. I think pretty much when Matt Smith came in. I don't know if he did any of the Tennants. No, I think Richard left when David Tennant left. So Stephen Moffat came in when Matt Smith came in, and now Peter Capaldi. And within that time, Stephen Moffat also produced and directed another show, which became a hit with me, where I was like, I instantly need to have this Blu-ray. And when they came out, I picked them up. We're talking about Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman. Martin Freeman, from the original The Office, he was the normal guy. Well, I can't even think of the U.S. Office. What was his name? I can't think of any of those names. Michael Scott. Jeff, right? Jeff. He was the Jeff character in the original British The Office. And Benedict Cumberbatch now is Mr. Celebrity. He's in movies left and right. And they both are, actually, with the Hobbit films and stuff. But Sherlock is a brilliant adaptation of a modern-day take on the Sherlock Holmes. Each season consisted of 3 movies, 90-minute movies, each loosely based on an original classic Sherlock Holmes story, modernized but told very and done very cleverly with the visuals and the look of it and everything. It's a great looking show, and it's worth a look. I mean, if you're a Sherlock Holmes fan, basically because of Robert Downey Jr., those movies, that's fine. But this is really, really cool. And then I believe there was a little problem with Stephen Moffat and the U.S. when the American version of Sherlock was coming out. What was that called? Where they had the female Watson. Lucy Liu played the female Watson. I never watched it. I heard it wasn't that good. I think it's even canceled now. But Sherlock lives on. Got Sherlock Season 1. Sherlock Season 2, which is another 3. Yes. And Sherlock number 3, Season 3. Quick slip cover. 2-disc set. And this Christmas, they're doing the supposed 4th series, but it's, I think, just a standalone movie, not a 3-movie thing. And they actually, I don't know how, they haven't really said, and we're going to find out when we watch it. It all takes place in the old Victorian times. So it's very much like the original Sherlock Holmes. So yeah, looking forward to that. It's been years since season 3. Season 3 was 2014. 2014, that wasn't that long ago. I thought it was like 2 years since. Anyway, yeah, new one's coming out. Boom, 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 boom. You know, that music is used in the Friday the 13th. That became like Jason's little theme, other than the ch-ch-ch. I think it started around part 6, where they were using the Shining, which is actually a classical piece, which I can't think of the name of right now. But yeah, Kubrick Shining. Saw it at the theater. Let's see. I was in college around the time this came out, and every movie we went to see, like Dawn of the Dead and Poltergeist, well, I don't even know if those came out after or before this. But every time we went to like one of the downtown theaters, they would show the trailer for The Shining, which is the elevator doors opening and the blood, the slow motion credits, and then the slow-mo blood. And we would get so sick of that trailer. It was like, again they're playing this, again. It was like playing for a year before this movie came out. And then we went and saw this movie. And then we were, yeah, this is a pretty damn intense flick. I remember critics like Ebert and them saying Nicholson just played it way too over the top. He was crazy right from the beginning. And, you know, in the car when they're driving there, talking about the Donner Party, they're like, well, he's already crazy. He's just like from Cuckoo's Nest. And there's no progression of him getting crazier. There's a weird style. You know, there's the whole Room 237 doc that came out talking about the weirdness of this movie, if you can see the weirdness. People pointed out to you, and who knows if that stuff is true or not, but Kubrick did do some crazy stuff in there, like having a chair in one scene, and then in the very next shot the chair is missing, and then in the very next shot the chair is there again. The different colored typewriters, the typewriters kept changing colors, and I think he was really screwing with your mind as a viewer. The whole layout of the hotel having false walls where windows were and things like that, which is kind of a cool documentary. It gets that Room 237. It gets kind of weird, but there are a couple things they mentioned. You know, the whole moon thing, moon landing thing, and him shooting the footage. This movie, come and play with us, Danny. You know, I'm not gonna hurt you, Winnie. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. I'm gonna bash him the fuck in. Here's Johnny. You know, so many great quotes. Hello, Lloyd. Hair of the dog that bit me, Lloyd. Yeah, classic. Gotta have it. Halloween favorite. Anytime favorite. The Shining. All right, this was a fun movie. This was Clive Owen, Paul Giamatti, Monica Bellucci. Clive Owen was trying to get there. He was trying there to, or they were trying to make him like a Jason Statham. You know, put him in some action flicks and that. And actually, I don't know where he's gone. I can't think of any other Clive Owen. First time I saw Clive Owen was in a series of movies, when we get to the DVDs, because I got it, that I actually had to order it from a BMW auto place. It was called the Hire series, where each little short film was directed by a famous person like Ang Lee or someone like that. And they were these little short 10-minute, I believe, and each one showcased one of their cars. I believe it was BMW, maybe it was another company. And you could only get the DVD if you ordered from the manufacturer of BMW, and it's got ads in there, but it's the whole, all the episodes. Madonna's in one. A lot of celebrities are in there. There's a great one where with a race with the devil with Rick James, not Rick James. Godfather of Soul. I feel good. You know who I'm talking about. Anyway, that's the first time I saw Clive Owen, because he was like the Bond in those movies. He was in every short, driving. He was the driver. And he did this movie called Shoot 'Em Up, which, who directed this? Michael Davis. The direction in this is really cool. I don't know what else Michael Davis has done, but I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the style. It was a cool flick when it came out. It was what do I usually say? A breath of fresh air. It was a cool little action flick. Like, wow, that's pretty cool. And Paul Giamatti playing a bad guy. You know, nothing in here but an ad and the disc. Back in the day, they would always have picture discs. Now they're just cheap. But there's the back. This is another one of those early, because you can tell by the design of the case, early Blu-rays. Shoot 'Em Up. If you haven't seen it, it's a cool action flick. It's a lot of fun. It is fun. It's a fun movie. Wasn't too interested in this. This was kind of a blind buy. Came out at the theaters, got some good things. Mark Wahlberg's in it, you know, and it was like, all right, it was kind of cool. And it came down in the bargain bin, and I picked it up. Shooter with Mark Wahlberg. This was Antonio Facua? Antonio. You know who it is. The Facua guy. Not a bad movie. It's, in a nutshell, you know what this is? This is Machete. You see the movie Machete, where they hire him to take out the politician, and then someone else takes him out, and they blame it on Machete, and then everybody's trying to get him. That's basically the Shooter. They hire him to do something, and he gets framed, and then he's trying to unframe himself. It's a fun little movie. Like I said, I picked it up blind buy in a bargain bin and watched it. It was all right. Pretty decent time waster. Is this the... yeah, okay. The last two movies of this video. Yeah, I'm only doing two, or I'm only doing up to the SHs, and then the next video will go on to the SIs. Yeah, the SIs. Okay. Saw this movie when it first came out. Didn't have it on any media. Never had it on laser, never had it on DVD. But the Blu-ray came out, and this is the 15th anniversary sensational edition of Showgirls. Gotta have it, gotta love it, gotta love the B-ness of it. Gotta love the titillation in it. Yeah, it's a whole lot of fun. This movie, I'll just say, is a whole lot of fun. I remember when it came out, people were like, man, that movie is so bad, it's horrible and that. But years later, people started to praise it, just being, this is just a lot of fun. It's a fun movie to watch. A lot of great lines in there, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to tell much more about it. Did I do that? 2 discs? DVD, Blu-ray. Showgirls. And this I just recently picked up in one of my recent pickups. This was a Scorsese film that I kind of liked. I really did. I haven't watched this yet since I got it. But I kind of enjoyed Shutter Island. I really did. I felt the music was very Bernard Herrmannish, and it felt, especially near the beginning, like a Hitchcock film. You know, the whole setting and the style. Say what you will about the ending and looking back, does anything make sense? But it's just a fun ride to get to the end credits. And I think there's a lot of great performances in here. Again, the look of the film. It's Martin Scorsese, or Scorsese. Yeah, it is, expires by, hey, let me give this one out. It's a cheapo Wico. Shutter Island, it's been out for a long time, but I haven't given out one of these UV codes. So here, this is, you have to redeem this by March of next year, 2016. So here, if anybody wants Shutter Island, there's the code. says right at the top, Shutter Island, just so you know. Okay, you got that. You can still the image and took it. And there you go, my gift from me to you, for those new viewers out there who are going, what did he just do? He just gave away a UV code. Why doesn't he sell that? Why doesn't he? Yeah, I know people go on eBay and they sell those and they make some money off of them, but I'm a nice guy. I figure I'm doing these videos. There are a bunch of nice subscribers out there that are watching my videos, and every once in a while I'll if they're not expired, I'll just hold up just what I did, give out a UV code for those that do that. I don't do streaming. As you see, I got physical media. I don't do any type of streaming, any type of Netflixing. Cool, I'll do that too. Nope, don't got one. How about this? Cool, I'm going to give 2 more out. Non-S movies, but movies that I recently picked up that I haven't done a pickup video yet of. I got some other ones, but the camera's kind of propped up on them. Ooh. 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 Excuse the shaky cam. Ooh. 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 Whoa! Hold on there. Hold on there. Hold on there. Hold on there, Baba Louie. There we go. Okay. No, I don't have a tripod yet. I basically have the camera propped up on a stack of movies that are, there's another stack behind holding the camera so it doesn't fall back, and then I just took a movie out of there, which is why it fell, and Channel Donstar is giving away UV codes to end this video, since it's only an hour and 20 minutes. Hey man, hour 20 minutes. This will be uploaded in less than an hour. Okay. All right, folks. Those are the first part. That's part 1 of the S's. We went all the way from SAs to the SHs, and when we continue in the next video, we'll start from the SIs, which you can see there's a small SIs are all of those, and down here part of these right here. And of course, you know, we got a lot of Star Trek and South Park and stuff like that, so that might go pretty quick, but there's a lot of cool other movies interspersed between those. But right now I feel like before I sign off, I'm going to give away some UV codes to you guys. This is a fantastic movie with Matthew McConaughey called Mud. All right, it's a great drama. I won't go into it. Maybe I'll talk about it when I do the out and about, when I do the pickups. But this, I believe. Oh no, this is expired. You can't have Mud. Sorry. I should check if these are expired. All right, here we go. This is good till 2018. Okay. Ryan Gosling is in some really great movies. Drive and Only God Forgives. And recently he directed a movie. I have yet to see it. It's called Lost River. There's the cover of the Blu-ray. It's got Christina Hendricks, someone else, Ian D. Castecker, Matt Smith, Doc Who himself, Eva Mendes, and Ben Nicholson. Directed by Ryan Gosling. And I'm going to give away the UV. So anybody out there a Ryan Gosling fan and wants to see this movie, there's the UV to it. Good enough. Put that away. Thank you. You're welcome. Why am I thanking you? You're welcome for that. And just last week, Stephen King. Yeah, Stephen King's John Carpenter's movie, Christine. And yes, comes with a UV that it's got to be good for 2018. Here we go. You want Christine? There you go. Great movie. Great movie. I'm going to watch it this one of the days of Halloween because I haven't seen the thing in years. And Twilight Time brought this out a number of years ago, limited to, 300 some copies, 3,000 or whatever. Had a nice little music score, and that's about it. But then this came out through Sony, and it actually has some commentaries and some stuff in it, which is great. I'm so glad it came out, and it was only like $9.99. It was nice and cheap. Now all we need is Memoirs of an Invisible Man. Is that the only Carpenter movie that's not out? And then maybe his earlier, on Blu-ray I'm saying, maybe his early ones like Someone Is Watching You, or the Elvis movie he did, TV movie with Kurt Russell. Those could probably come out on Blu-ray at some time. But I think all his other movies are... Oh, Vampires. Vampires isn't out on Blu-ray either. But anyway, that's the UVs. UV, IV. We all V for UVs. A short video. I didn't even finish my drink. Well, guys, that's part one of the S's. In a long-awaited Defending My Collection video, I hope you people are happy now that there's another one out there. I've been kind of busy doing the Halloween watch every night, and there'll be another one tonight. I don't know what I'm going to watch yet, but I'm kind of in the mood for gore or fun, campy horror. You know, something like Reanimator that has gore and is just cool. Kind of in the mood for that. So we'll see. Keep an eye on the channel, and you'll see what I'll be watching later tonight. But right now, this is the Defending My Collection, the S's, part one. And I'm glad you watching this. I'm glad you're enjoying it. If you are enjoying it, hit the old subscribe button and keep track of my videos and watch my videos, my Bluetooth friends. I'm not going to do his voice. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking or disliking. Guys, it's been great. We'll see you in the next video. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Halloween is coming up in a couple of weeks. What is today? Today is the 8th. Today's the 8th, so we have a few more weeks till Halloween. I love this time of the year. And I got a new poster up there, my chainsaw poster. And you can't really see it here, but it's autographed by Gunnar Hansen. And I also got Gunnar Hansen over here. So I got a lot of Gunnar Hansen. But that's my favorite horror movie of all time, Texas Chainsaw. And I'll probably be watching that the week of Halloween, if not the night of Halloween. I usually watch that movie and the original Carpenter Halloween movie day before, day of, always, every year. Those are my movies. Although Night of the Living Dead squeeze in there a lot. The original 68 Romero Night of the Living Dead. There's just so many good horror movies to watch all year. Why am I just talking like this? I'm extending this way too long. Let's talk on another thing. I should probably start doing vlogs, right? And just talk. Talk about life. Talk about things. Who knows? Do you want me to start doing vlogs? Right down the bottom. Do you want me to start just talking about things in life? Are you interested? Are you interested in what I think about things? I don't know. I don't know if I want to take my channel that way or just be strictly movie related, which it is right now. Although there's other things. I just started an out and about, and there's theater stuff. There's stuff, old movies I made down below. And anyway, go check out my channel. Just go down, look at all the videos, and enjoy. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching this. Thanks for tuning in. Good luck to those guys. Good luck. You're welcome to those people out there that got those UV codes. I hope you enjoy the thing. I'm not going to even say, tell me that you got them, and then I'll give you a shout out in the next one, because nobody ever tells me. So enjoy them. If there's a guy out there that took all of them, screw you. You should have left one for somebody else. All right, I'm done. Now I can go sit back and relax. Well, after I edit and render and upload, but then I'm going to relax. All right, see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Let me hear that music again. Hee hee hee. Okay. That music's in my head. I haven't even started yet. I'm trying to get myself organized. All right.